Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Emily Young. Breaking this afternoon, a school located outside of the Twin Cities is closed today due to a potential threat. The district posting on Facebook that it became aware of a rumored threat directed toward Cambridge Isanti schools. The schools closed because the district said they didn't have enough time to investigate. Stick with Valley News Live for updates on this story. We have new information about a Grand Forks assault that we first reported on yesterday. Police say they have located a man they want to speak to in connection to the incident. Grand Forks officials were sent to the 1200 block of 39th Street North around 7 o'clock Monday night after a caller called in and said he saw a man beating a woman, then drive away. The victim was taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Police had announced that they were looking to speak with someone named Dana Poitra about the incident, but no word yet on whether or not that's the man police are currently speaking with. No arrests have been made yet, and the incident remains under investigation. And now let's check in for a weather update with our very own Lisa Green. Hi, Lisa. What do you have for us?
Good afternoon. Well, it's a pretty afternoon as we just saw out there, and we had a really pretty morning too. That is, if you were above those foggy conditions here this morning. And I want to show a time lapse of that sunrise with that low-level fog, and slowly, little by little, it's cleared away. And now we've got some nice blue skies here in the valley. But it was a pretty way to start off the day. Of course, not great if you're stuck in it trying to drive. And the good news is that we've got visibility reports that are great across the board. Everybody reporting 10 miles at those reporting sites. Temperatures right now, 23 degrees in Fargo. It's 21 in Grand Forks, all the way back up to 37 degrees in Bemidji. So we're already warming up quite a bit there. 34 in Detroit Lakes and 33 in Jamestown. And as we check out our hourly planner today for Fargo, we'll be making our way a few more degrees up into the upper 20s with mostly sunny skies, as you can see on our Storm Team Skycam network. And then gradually, as those temperatures drop after sunset, we may see more fog form, and another night tonight where we are dealing with that patchy dense fog. We'll have more on that in your hour-by-hour planner and what we can expect for this weekend. We're still keeping our eyes on a potential storm this weekend and into next week. That's coming up.
Okay, well, I'm not focusing on that storm. I'm focusing on those double digits I'm seeing.
Nice
and I'm smiling. This is a double-digit smile. Thank you, Lisa.
You bet.
And new at noon, more charges have been filed against a Watford City woman accused of embezzlement. 38-year-old Hannah Lloyd was previously accused of embezzling more than $57,000 from the Watford City Park District while working for an accounting firm. She's now alleged to have stolen about $50,000 from the city's golf course and about $56,600 from Rink Construction. The Bismarck Tribune reporting that Lloyd is facing 6 felony theft and forgery charges. Lloyd's former employer reported her to police in December after the Park District approached her with payroll issues. And Fargo School Board members voted out Jim Johnson as president last night because of how he treated others. A district spokesperson says both written and verbal exchanges with board members and the public resulted in what the board felt was a violation. Johnson was first elected to the Fargo School Board in 2001, and his current term would have continued through 2020. Board Vice President Rebecca Knutson will step in as president for the rest of the 2017-2018 school year. The very first poll for the U.S. North Dakota Senate seat released its results, and it puts Democrat Heidi Heitkamp in a narrow lead over Republican Kevin Cramer. Heitkamp leads Cramer 43-40, while 17% of voters remain undecided, which isn't a total surprise given that the election is still months away. The poll was conducted online by Gravis Marketing, and it included 385 respondents and a margin of error of 5 percentage points. Heitkamp trails among Trump supporters by a wide margin, but has a lead among white voters. Cramer, he sits tight with the older voters. And the Fargo police need your help identifying these people. Take a look at your screen. These are people of interest regarding separate crimes. If you know who any of these people are, officials are urging you to leave a message on their tip line at 701-241-5777. And of course, you can remain anonymous. Developing this afternoon, it's a day absolutely packed with emotion in Parkland, Florida. The first day of classes at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School since 17 students and teachers were killed there. Hina Doma was there for the emotional return.
It was a somber scene outside Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School where students received flowers on their first day back since the Valentine's Day massacre. More than 400 law enforcement officers from around the state were on hand for security, and dozens of parents and community members were there to show support.
I'm nervous, but I'm just happy to see everyone come together and support each other.
Many students wore t-shirts with their school colors and a simple message: MSD strong.
You're all going to be great today.
Fred Gutenberg had encouraging words for students returning to school today, including his son. His 14-year-old daughter, Jamie, was killed in the shooting.
My daughter, the strongest person I knew. She really was.
Inside the school, the day began with fourth period, so teachers and students could reconnect with the people they were with when the shooting started.
It's going to be different. We're going to have different things going on. I'm not just walking into school to do math.
Former student Nicholas Cruz is charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder. CBS News has learned he left 180 rounds of ammunition inside the school along with his rifle. Sources say he fired 16 rounds at a stairwell window, trying to hit people below, but the bullets apparently did not pierce hurricane-proof windows. His weapon is then believed to have jammed while reloading, which caused Cruz to flee. Florida's governor is promising to pass a school safety bill before the state's legislature ends its session next week. Hina Doma, CBS News, Parkland, Florida.
The Senate is expected to vote on gun control legislation as soon as this week. And President Donald Trump honored Billy Graham at a memorial service in the U.S. Capitol today, where Graham's casket lay in honor. The president called Graham an ambassador for Christ and noted his father was a big fan. He recalled hearing Graham at Yankee Stadium in 1957.
Just a few months later, he accepted Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. That choice didn't just change Billy's life, it changed our lives. It changed our country, and it changed, in fact, the entire world. The North Carolina farm boy walked out of those fields into a great and beautiful history.
The last person to lie in honor at the Capitol was civil rights hero Rosa Parks. Graham will be buried at his home in Charlotte on Friday. And coming up at noon, we'll talk with a specialist right here in the Valley on how to prevent, or in some cases manage, multiple types of eating disorders. But next, weather to plan your day.